He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
All right, hey folks, it is Ray the Video Guy here along with Steve Sleeper, and welcome to another edition of Video Marketing Madness. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about tools that you need as a marketer. And today's episode is made possible by freevideoeditor.co. Are you looking for a free video editing program? You want to start doing high-end editing, but you don't want to spend all those high-end prices? Well, head on over to freevideoeditor.co.
Very cool stuff, and it's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy. I'm Steve Sleeper on the Earn.show podcast network and live on Facebook too. Our Facebook page is Video Marketing Madness. Our Twitter is Video MKT Madness. Free stuff over on our Facebook page. Lots of good info.
Yes.
You know him, you love him. He's from a different planet. Ray the Video Guy.
You're not supposed to talk about that planet. It is,
that's right. That's right. The
Planet Awesome.
Planet Awesome.
Planet Awesome. But yes, today we're going to talk about some things that you might need for video marketing. And by the way, before we get started with this, I want to kind of give people an update on what we're doing here. As you can see, you're probably, there's some people watching us right now on Facebook Live on a number of different places, but we're actually recording the podcast and we're going live at the same time. So you'll have to stare at our ugly faces if you're going to watch this. But this is the normal podcast. We're just doing things a little bit differently and trying to get the word out there to a lot more people in a lot easier of a fashion. So it's very cool. I'm excited by that.
Mm-hmm. And I made a funny face.
Yes, you did.
A little while ago. So, yeah, that's really cool stuff, though. It's pretty cutting edge as far as I'm concerned. I think cutting edge is overused, but not in this case. It's cutting edge. It's a game changer.
That's right. It's a game changer. And today we're going to talk about some tools that you might need in order to do some marketing. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one because there are certainly a lot of different tools out there, many of which people, may not think about when they're doing their marketing. They don't think about some of the other things that we need, especially as video marketers. We think we need YouTube and we need to make a video and we're done. But of course, there's a lot more to it than just that, and that's what we want to talk about today. So I want to get started by talking about our websites. Now, Steve, I don't know if you know this or not, but I actually, when I started one of my products, which was called the Pocket Video Pro Kit.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And when I first started it, now this, if you don't know what this is, it was a microphone, a wired microphone, a lapel microphone for the iPhone, and a stand to put the iPhone onto a tripod, so you could turn your iPhone into a video production studio. Mm-hmm. And it also came with training and different things. And when I started with that, I did not even have a website at all. Literally, I had videos on YouTube, and in the video, people would click on the link. It would take them directly to PayPal, and they would buy the product there. And shockingly, it sold really, really well. But of course, as I started to sell some of these and get more mature with it, I decided, hey, we probably should have a website for people to go to, and so of course we built a website at that point. But I'm not a web designer. And it's difficult to do that for a lot of people. It's definitely difficult for me to create a web page, but there are a lot of tools out there right now that can actually help us to build these types of pages very, very simply, very easily. And I want to start off talking about a few of those. And of course, one is one that you're a fan of, Steve. So you want to tell us a little bit about that one?
Oh, Instabuilder. Yeah,
Yes.
Instabuilder 2. Instabuilder 2 is what I use, and it's extremely easy. It's got a ton of different templates, very intuitive. It's mostly plug and play. I can use it, and I'm not a website designer. I'm not a graphics guy. I have no graphic art skills whatsoever, and my landing pages look okay. In fact, I just built one that Ray doesn't think sucks. So, Instabuilder 2 is a good one to look at. You can do just about anything you want, including loading up videos on it and collecting leads and all that.
Nice. Yeah, and Instabuilder 2 is a product that I've used for years as well. In fact, most of the sites you might have seen from me that I've put together are actually from Instabuilder. So you would have seen a lot of the bonus pages and things like that we've done were from that. Now, I've started to use some other tools, and there are a lot of other tools that actually do a pretty good job of creating these types of sites. And the one tool that I've been using a lot lately is a product that's called Convertry. And I always have a tough time saying that. Convertry, Tri. And what I love about this is it doesn't have all of the bells and whistles in there that Instabuilder 2 has. However, what it does have is incredible speed. So what it does is it hosts the websites for you on super fast servers, which are actually the same servers that are used for hosting Twitter and a bunch of other well-known sites. So that's actually the same place. And so the sites are absolutely incredible when it comes to speed, and you can do speed tests, and it comes out, at 99 out of 100. Whereas, most sites that you put together, Instabuilder or some of the other ones, might come out at like a 30 or a 40. So it's a very, very fast place to put your sites. And of course, what I like about it is it's not hosted on your WordPress site. So you don't have to worry about your site going down per se. Now, you do have a connecting tool that connects the Convertry to your website. So if your site goes down, the link may disappear, but the website is actually still there. It's still active. And you can even send the direct link to where the site actually is. So, in the case of one of mine, it might be, whatever.convertry.com/whatever product it is. So you've got that fallback option on a much, much safer, more secure site that you can use. And then you can use your WordPress site as kind of a masking tool for it. And it works extremely well. Now, another tool that works really well for this is a product called Igloo. Now, this is a product that came out a couple months ago, and it's a very, very cool product. Again, it builds the web pages off-site. So you go into a website, you sign in, you build your site there. The great thing about this, again, is you don't have to worry about it going down. You don't have to worry about if your WordPress site isn't working. It does connect again with your WordPress site. And Igloo actually has a lot of very cool tools that are built into it. Now, you're not going to get the speed that you get with Convertry, and that's just because of the servers that they're hosted on. But you do get a lot of the bells and whistles that you would have had with Instabuilder, and you don't have any of the compatibility issues that you might have using Instabuilder with WordPress if you've got different plugins that cause issues there. So those are kind of three of the tools that I really like. Another one that should be mentioned is Lead Pages. Now, Lead Pages, again, is built offsite, but it is very much meant for very specific types of landing pages and opt-in pages and things like that. Whereas the other tools are a little bit more flexible, and you can build a lot more things with them. But if you need a very quick, easy to build landing page, opt-in page, things like that, thank you page, you can do that right inside of Lead Pages. It's not a cheap investment. You're going to be spending $400 to $700 a year for that particular product, but it is a very, very good product, and it's very solid, and you don't have to worry about anything when you use it. There's a lot of great statistics in there as well. So those are kind of my 4 website tools that you can use. Even if you're not a website builder, you can't afford to hire some designer to build a site for you. This is a very easy way to do that. Now, another tool that I want to bring up that, it gets a lot of hype, and I don't think people believe in the power of this sometimes, and that's countdown timers. Now, countdown timers, I didn't believe the hype. Everyone always said, oh, that scarcity is going to really, or I guess, not necessarily scarcity, but, that timer on there, that this is going to go away at some point. So I guess it is kind of scarcity in that regard. That really gets people to take action. Now, I didn't really believe that. I'm like, oh, come on, that doesn't really help, does it? But I've learned over the last probably 6 months or so of really using timers that they can make a huge difference. And on that last day, when that timer's counting down, people go crazy over that, and you'll see a lot more sales when there's a timer on there. Now, I do have to caution you, be careful with timers. There's a lot of games you can play, hey, this is good for only 4 hours. And if you go back 3 hours later, it says, hey, this is only good for 4 hours. The other one is, this ends tonight at midnight, and, the next day at noon, it's still going. Now, unfortunately, that happens a lot. In fact, I've got to say, I put timers on my stuff all the time, and it's based on products that are supposed to expire. So if the product owner tells me, hey, the product's going away tonight at midnight, then that's what my timer says. And, I unfortunately, probably 4 out of 5 times at midnight, they don't shut it off, and, the timer hits 0 and people are still going in there and buying it. But point being is, I'm going by what they say, and, if they say it's supposed to end at midnight, then that's what the timer is, and we do that for the last day, and then we kind of just stop promoting it. And but that scarcity really helps bring people that are thinking about it over into actually purchasing a product. So it's a very, very useful tool. And there's a lot of great places you can get timers. However, there's a product coming out next week that I'm actually helping out on. So this is a bit of a shameless plug called Timer Planet. And this is actually a very exciting tool for somebody like me because it has timers for emails. So you can actually put your timer in the email itself, which I've been doing for a while now, which is very, very helpful. It has timers for your website. It also has a timer for your website where you can actually have it be full screen and cover your whole site. And so, the entire site is basically a big timer at that point. So you can do that. And it actually has banners that you can put at the bottom of a page that has a timer on it, which is very cool because you can actually use that on other people's websites as well. And that's a tool that we've been using quite a bit lately. So if you're an affiliate for a certain product, you can actually set it up where there's a banner on the bottom of their sales page that has your countdown timer. And typically what I'll do with that is it'll say something like, our bonuses, check out our bonuses, which are good until, and then it has the, 3 days, 2 hours, and 12 minutes. And so that's a very, very effective way to use timers. But between the emails, the websites, the banners, it's a very cool tool. It doesn't come out until next week, but it's something to look forward to. Very well priced. You get a lot of banners for a very small price. In fact, it replaced a product I was paying $59 or $49 a month for, which allowed me to put a timer in emails. Now, that $49 gave me other tools as well, but basically I was only using the email timer for emails, and it was paying $49 for that. And so now I don't have to pay that anymore because I've got Timer Planet, which is a much better deal and actually has a lot more options in it. A very, very exciting product. But there's also a ton of other timers that are out there. If you go back to what we talked about with Convertry and Igloo and Instabuilder, they all have timers built right in there. So you can put timers on your page very simply and easily. You are limited to whatever they've decided the timers should look like. But, they do have them in there, so it makes it very easy to do that. Steve, do you use timers on any of the stuff that you do?
No, but I'm not dealing with stuff that's going to end at a certain point. and I always try to be honest about, what I'm doing.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. But, timers it's a big deal. It really can help out. It makes a big, big difference in the way things work for us. So I highly recommend you check it out. Look up for different timers. They're going to help you to build a great site and get more people to purchase the products that you want there. So,
well, and so much of the stuff that you're promoting, Ray, they're releasing it for a period of time, and then it's over. And
yep.
I think there's a reason why they do that. That whole scarcity thing, but then the timer is a great way to get more conversions.
Absolutely, it works very, very well. And this and to put something else on there too, and this is not a tool per se, but it's something you should think about is putting limitations on something. There's only 100 available. We're only going to sell this many, and quite frankly, if you do something like 100, it's rare that you'll sell over 100 anyway on most things. But it puts that scarcity in there. But be honest about it, and if it's going to be 100, then make sure it's 100, and it can work really well for you. But those two things, the timers and limited supply of whatever it happens to be, can be a big help for all of your marketing needs. So there you go. That's timers. So we've got websites and we've got timers. Now, the other thing that we need to talk about is something that is probably, we've talked about this before, but it is probably the most important thing you can have with any type of marketing, and that is email marketing. There's a lot of tools out there, but email marketing is one of the best things that you can do, no matter what business you're in, whether you're selling products online or you're a local dentist. Having a list of people that you can contact, and this goes beyond email. This is also, text message marketing or phone marketing, whatever it happens to be with customer management. And there's a few tools that you can grab that, are fairly inexpensive, that work really well. And the one that I use most of the time, although I've been moving over to a new product now, but the main one that I've been using for years is Aweber. It's the most popular email tool out there. And, you can start off at a fairly low price. As your list grows and you're making more money, you can bump that up to a bigger plan. But it's a great tool. It works really well. People have complained that numbers are going down, and that's certainly true lately. Deliverability is down, but it's still the best way to make money is email marketing. Another tool is GetResponse. So if you're not going to use Aweber, check out GetResponse. Very, very similar type of program. And the final one is MailChimp. Now, MailChimp is one that I don't usually recommend too strongly, just because they're very strict and they tend to cause some problems with different things. But I do like the program overall. It's a very nice setup. And as long as you don't do anything that they don't like, you're going to be okay. But if you do anything that they decide they don't like that day, they're going to just shut you down. So you have to be careful with that. But it's a very good program, and you can start off completely free. And so you can start doing your email marketing. Once you start to make some money, you start getting a bigger list, then they start to charge you later, but you can start off for free, which is a very good thing. And the other thing I want to mention is a new product, and that's called Mail It. Now, Mail It was put out by our good buddy Brett Ratecki, and what this allows you to do is it allows you to send emails from your own server. So wherever your website is, you can actually send emails from there. And it's a very good product. It's very easy to use. You set it up in WordPress, and you can start doing your own autoresponder type email marketing right there inside your own site. And, there's a lot of people who get nervous about that because you can get blacklisted and whatnot. But as long as you're not doing anything crazy, you're not spamming people, you're not going from no emails to 20,000 emails in the same day, you got to start off slow and warm that site up. But once you do, you'll do perfectly fine by hosting your own there. And there's ways around, if you ever get blacklisted for anything that you do, there's ways to check that. We had a product called Blacklist Ace. It checks exactly that. It goes through, sees if you're on any of the blacklist sites. And if you are, you can just change your IP and get that fixed for yourself. And your deliverability will probably go up, because one of the problems with using Aweber, MailChimp, GetResponse, iContact, whatever one you happen to use, is that you're sharing that service with thousands of other people. And if just a couple of those thousands of other people do something stupid, well, Aweber's IP is going to get blacklisted, and it's going to affect other people's ability to deliver emails. So Aweber and GetResponse and all those guys are constantly going around changing IPs because of that particular problem. But if you're not careful, you can get hit with that on those big services. If you have your own and you're careful, you could do pretty well with that and not get into any trouble. So very good way to do that. But email marketing is the other thing that is huge and really needs to be paid attention to. And Steve, what do you do for email marketing?
Aweber, baby.
Yep. So there you go. So I use Aweber for a lot of my stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I've switched a lot of it over to Mail.it. And that's great.
Yeah.
And the only reason I've stuck with Aweber as far as I have is, it's just it's there and it's been going. And it's tough to mess with things. But as I'm doing new things, I'm slowly moving them over to Mail.it and using that as my mailing feature. But it's tough to move your main stuff over. You just get so used to things and you don't want to mess with anything that's working at the time. But Mail.it, a fantastic program for that. So I highly recommend. If you haven't gotten started with email marketing, start off with Mail.it. It's easy to use, very inexpensive. You're not going to be paying monthly fees, and you'll not only save money, but you'll be able to do pretty well with that. So I highly recommend you check that. But regardless of what you use, you got to do something for customer management, email marketing, etc. So there you go.
And maybe you mentioned this, and it just went over my head. But Mail.it, is that a WordPress plugin?
It is. It's a WordPress plugin. Yep.
Okay.
So it works that way. But it's just a great little program that will really help you to get your email marketing started at least. So we like it a lot.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yes. All right. So with that, we now have our website. We now have our countdown timers on our website and our emails. We now have our email marketing tools. So it's time to talk a little bit about video marketing. And many of us, we've got, our YouTube stuff down at this point in time. But there's more to video marketing than just YouTube. And there's Facebook Live, there's, programs like Periscope and all these other live streaming tools. But one of the things that you really need for your website is a video player. Now, you can certainly use your YouTube embedded player, and that works perfectly fine. So that's one of the tools you can definitely use is the actual embedded player from YouTube. All you have to do is upload your video to YouTube, grab the embed code, paste it into your site, and you'll be good to go. However, there's a lot of other things you can do with videos inside your website if you use a dedicated player. Now, some of the dedicated players are one of my personal favorites that we've been using forever is Simple Video Pro. And we've had, Ain and Nick on here before on the radio show talking about this product. We had a big promo for it last summer. Very, very good, solid product. And right now they're updating it to be just massive. I mean, interaction where the videos will follow you down the page as you scroll and just crazy things that they've got in there. Full interactive video. So there's a lot to be said there. So I would highly recommend you check that out. It's a Simple Video Pro. It's a WordPress plugin. They're going to be moving it to other things and, just a monster of a program, but yet still easy enough to use. Honestly, it's got 8,000 tools in there that you could use. I probably only use 10 of them, but it's a very, very good video player. But there's a lot of other players out there as well that you can certainly check out. Many of the other programs, Igloo, Instabuilder, they have their own players built into there, so you can do a lot of things there. But you want to get a video player that's going to help you to really showcase your videos and make sure that they look good and that they have interaction. Because if you're using an interactive player, you can actually add buttons to your videos. You can add social media to your videos. You can even add ads to your videos. So you could have a pre-roll ad, a post-roll ad, lower third banner ads. I mean, there's all sorts of great things that you can do with that. You could have it stop and do questions in the middle. So you could literally, halfway through the video, it could stop and say, hey, what do you think of this so far? And they can answer the question. You can also do things where they have to answer some sort of viral challenge in order to move on. So they get to the point where they're halfway through the video and it says, hey, you want to see the rest? Click like. And you have to hit like, the Facebook like button to continue on. So there's a lot of good things you can do with that if you're doing video marketing. Now, we've kind of covered the major things that I want to cover with this, but I want to bring up a couple of other tools that are really important that could help you out as well. We're not going to spend a ton of time on them, but if you're delivering products, you need to have a way to securely deliver your products to your audience. And there's a couple of great ways to do that. One is to get an Amazon S3 account. You can store your files there, and you can actually deliver the links afterwards. And I want to mention one other product called SendOwl. Now, SendOwl, OWL, is a product that will actually generate locked files for you. So you can put them, there's two options. If you have a lot of files, you have a lot of users, you can put your stuff on S3 or another hosting site like that, and then just put the link inside of SendOwl. SendOwl will create your buttons, will help you charge money for them. You can bundle things together. So it really allows you to package things together. So for instance, when we do, let's say we're doing a sale on a product, we're selling Simple Video Pro, and I want to give away 5 bonuses. Well, I can go into SendOwl, create a bundle called Simple Video Pro Bonus Bundle, and I can just choose products, and it'll build a bundle with one link. You put that one link in, and now you've got a package deal. And you can do that with sales. So if you've got, we do that with Instant Spokesperson. We'll grab, 10 of the videos in there. We'll put them into one package for $20, and we'll sell that out. Whereas normally each one of them would be $9 a piece. So you can do a lot of that stuff, and it's all done right inside of the program. It's very easy to use, has a lot of features. You can do, affiliate. You can get affiliates on board. So just a full marketing tool, and a great way to deliver your files if you're doing any work like that. Now, another one is you could use Google Drive. You can store files there as well. So there's a few different options, but I do recommend S3. It's very easy, it's simple, and it's pretty inexpensive. In fact, many people will use Amazon S3 and never even be charged for it because they're not doing enough volume to get charged for that. So great way to do that. And of course, you can host your videos on S3 as well and use your player that we talked about earlier to make sure that it's not just on YouTube. So there you go. That's how you deliver your files. And another tool that I want to mention, this is a slightly different tool, and this is for people that are doing a lot of the affiliate marketing with like JVZoo and whatnot. This is a product called Affiliate Tracks, TRAX. And what this does is this tracks all of your sales so that you can follow up with people that have purchased products. You can see who's refunded products, so you can reach out to them if there's a problem. So there's a lot of great information in there that's not normally available to you inside of JVZoo. So highly recommend you check that out as well, Affiliate Tracks. So with all of that, we've got our website. You want to get one of the website builders. You want to do a video player. You want to have email marketing. You want to have, a way to deliver your files. And of course, you want to have a way to track all of your sales. All of these tools together are going to help you be more successful online. So I highly recommend you check all of these out. And with that, I think we've come to a close here. And I think that's enough for everybody to get started and hopefully start making a ton of money. What do you think of that, Steve?
Yeah, very good. Very comprehensive. Thanks very much.
Whew.
And we're going to, now you're doing a daily, hopefully daily, but at least a number of times a week, live Facebook video program called Mindset Matters.
Indeed.
And you did your first one yesterday, and then every week here on Video Marketing Madness, you're going to do a little recap. So why don't you hit that crazy Mindset Matters bumper?
All right, let's do it. Here we go.
And now, Mindset Matters.
All right, so for today's Mindset Matters, we're going to actually do what you said, which is to recap something that we talked about yesterday. And we did our first Mindset Matters, and we had a guy named John Mulry on. And John talked about his mindset, how he built his business, how he gets his mindset and his motivation for everything that he does. And he talked about a book that he's got coming out next week. And the book is called Direct Response. And it's a book that's going to teach you all about the basics of marketing. And you're really going to learn a lot of the real insider stuff that's going to help you to be able to grow your business, to sell more, and to really get your mind in the right frame for doing all of that. And again, the book comes out next week, so we're going to post a link into here so you can get it. But it's not available until next week, but a very good book. I've already been through it. You're going to love it. It's going to help you to do all of those things that you need to do. Again, Direct Response, John Mulry, comes out next week, so look forward to a link for that particular product coming soon.
And I'm still keeping show notes, so we'll have that on our YouTube page. We'll upload the video there. We'll have it at earn.show on the podcast. And then what I'll do is on all the Facebook Lives and all of Ray's different groups, I'll copy and paste it in a comment box there, so you have those show notes, which are handy, in case you want to.
Are.
In case you want to buy something that Ray's recommending. And it's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper on the Earn.show podcast network. And today's show made possible by something you don't have to buy.
That's right. You don't have to buy it. It's freevideoeditor.co. If you want to start doing video marketing, start editing like a true pro, then you can start off completely free rather than paying $500, $600, $900 for a video editor, a high-end video editor. So check it out at freevideoeditor.co. No M.
Well,
No M.
No M. C-O.
That's right. C-O. No M.
C-O. No M. Okay, why don't you hit the jingle there, Ray?
All right, we'll see you guys next week, and thanks again for joining us on Video Marketing Madness.
He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy.